A new exhibition detailing Portsmouth's vital role in D-Day is now on display at Portsmouth International Port. It includes archive pictures of Portsmouth from the time, and our reporter Shan Robins was there when the exhibition was opened by a 97-year-old Normandy veteran.
The passenger terminal building of Portsmouth International Port is playing host to a mini D-Day illustrative display that's available for both those travelling and those who just want to pop in. It's been put there as the D-Day Museum is currently closed for a multi-million-pounds refurbishment with help from the Heritage Lottery Fund. Normandy veteran John Jenkins is one of their long-term volunteers, and he did the official opening with children from Solent Junior School.
I just think that letting the children know is one of the most important things, that what D-Day was all about. I think that's important.
Additional to the exhibition, 2 local schools had some lessons to learn more about some of the D-Day history, with some of the students able to meet 97-year-old John and hear about his experiences setting up an ammunition dump at the back of Gold Beach.
It was very strange because he was in D-Day, and he's lived a very long life, so he can tell everyone about what the experience was like in D-Day and how scary it was.
If you'd been called up to go and do your bit as well, how do you think you'd have managed?
If I probably had training, I probably would have stayed in forts in the D-Day.
At the time, men were going out to work and doing everything. When the war started, women found themselves doing a lot of different manual jobs. Do you think that you have got the ability, if you were needed to go and do something the same as a man could do you think you could go and do it?
I'll give it a try, but if I couldn't, obviously I couldn't be able to give it a try first.
The funding from the Heritage Lottery Fund isn't just to transform the displays in the museum, it's also to do a whole programme of events and activities while the museum's closed, but also when we reopen. And the idea is that we're bringing the story of D-Day to new and different audiences.
Prior to D-Day, it's thought much of Portsmouth would have resembled a huge army camp.
People would have seen lots of soldiers on the streets, but also lots of ships in the harbour. Particularly people coming from the ferry port today, they don't kind of realise that you'd be able to see ships as far as the eye could see, so close together that you could almost walk on them from boat to boat.
Of the exhibits that are here, what do you think is one of the most important ones?
Well, I like the one that's there with the chap in his pup tent and almost kind of when we were locked up. Reminds me of the days we were locked up before we were allowed to go to Normandy. Yeah, I think that's a good exhibit. Yeah. I think if we get these schools interested like we have today, then I think they're the ones that will think about it in the future.
Just have fun, and it's really cool because you learn whole new facts. I learned facts like a couple of weeks ago, but today I've learned loads more facts.
World War II was a very terrifying and scary place, and we're so lucky that there was no World War III so far.
The free exhibition will be available for a month, including through the school half-term holidays and when regular crossings are made by veterans and their families around the anniversary of D-Day on the 6th of June.
This is Shan Robins for That's TV.